Bipartisan legislation will soon head to President Joe Biden's desk.
The CHIPS Act will provide $52 billion in incentives for semiconductor chip makers and researchers to bring facilities to the United States.
KVUE's Mike Maroot has been tracking this bill since it was first passed back in December of 2020. Mike, today's approval came with quite a few challenges.
That's right, Brian and Quita. Senator John Cornyn spearheaded the legislation in 2020, and it first passed in December of that year. The CHIPS and Science Act today provided the funding for it. And for the past 19 months, it had bipartisan support.
The House has passed it.
President Joe Biden says he's looking forward to signing the bill, adding it's what the United States needs to move the economy forward. The new CHIPS Act will provide $39 billion for incentives for chip makers like Samsung, NXP, and Infineon right here in Austin, as well as an additional $13 billion for research and development. But the U.S. is still trying to catch up to Taiwan and China's semiconductor investments, so industry experts say this legislation needs to be the first of many.
I believe that the current package, the current plan, is just to keep us where we are today. The net effect of the dollars that are going in this infrastructure will probably just keep us in the same place.
Today's bill passed with bipartisan support in the House and Senate. However, only 2 Texas Republicans voted alongside Democrats: Congressman Michael McCaul, who championed the bill in 2020, and Congresswoman Kay Granger. There was also bipartisan opposition in the Senate. The lawmakers who supported the bill say it will keep the U.S. semiconductor industry competitive against Taiwan and China, who make nearly 90% of the world's chips combined. But opponents call it corporate welfare because many of the companies that would benefit already make billions of dollars every year. However, the cost for building these billion-dollar facilities in the United States cost a whole lot more than building in China and Taiwan, where they already provide these types of subsidies. Tomorrow, we'll dive a little bit deeper into how Central Texas plays a pivotal role and a historical role in the stateside semiconductor industry. In the studio, I'm Mike Maroot.